Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Talk About It. I am Taco Minaj and today I will be showing you guys how I get ready for my drag shows. So first, I like to start off with the Maybelline Silicone Primer and I'm going to blend that into my skin. I like to use that primer specifically or any type of silicone primer because for stage I like to use stick foundations and I feel like the silicone primer helps the stick foundations glide over my skin as opposed to like tugging at my skin. So that was the Krylon TV Paint Stick in G177. And then now I am going to blend everything out, making sure everything is seamless. And we want to make sure that the foundation is pressed into our skin. And then I'm going in with a different foundation stick. This is the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick foundation, I think it is, in the shade F1. I like this one because it's a really oily foundation, so it glides over the other stick foundation very well. And then of course, we're going to blend that out and into the other foundation stick that we just used, just to make sure that it's a nice gradient. And then I'm going in with another foundation stick that I got from Beauty Supply Store in a super dark color to use as our contouring. I'm gonna put that in all the places that we want to contour our face with. And then I'm gonna take the side of the sponge that I blended out my foundation with, and I'm going to blend out the contouring with. Get the hair out my way. My bad, y'all. And then I'm going to take the foundation stick again, and I'm gonna kind of sharpen up and carve out the contouring that I just did and make sure that that area and other areas of my face are just blended even further. We want everything to be as seamless as possible. And then we're going in with the e.l.f. Putty Primer in the shade Turks and Caicos. This is my absolute favorite cream blush. Cream blushes have really gotten me into regular blushes. Before cream blushes, I was just adding blush up on my face, you know, and it just did not feel like it was blended. So I really like cream blushes. And while the face is still creamy, I like to take a dip brow, and then I like to draw out the brow that I want, like the brow shape, and then I like to fill it in, making sure that the shape of the brow is what I want. I tend to go for more higher brow when I do drag, and then I like to clean it up with some concealer. So I clean up that brow underneath and then blend that in as kind of like an eye primer. And then I'm gonna take a huge amount of powder because again, this is for stage. This is what I'm going to wear at my show. So I like to use a lot of setting powder. This setting powder, I have one for my base, which is pink. I have this one that I'm using right now for my highlight areas, which is like really white, as you guys can see, just to brighten up my highlights even further. And then of course the pink one is just to help the foundation match my skin tone. This way my foundation matches the rest of my body even more. So we're just highlighting the center of our face with this powder. And then after letting it sit for a while, I am going to dust everything off. All the excess powder is just gonna fly right off. And then I'm going to use a shade that's in between my base shade and my highlight shade as kind of like a catch powder, baking powder, multi-purpose powder, just to help the highlight be highlighted even further and to sit for a good while we do the eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, I'm going in with a medium brown shade and I'm drawing out the eye shape that I want. This is going to be kind of like a transition shade, but for drag, I like to drag the eyeshadow up, elongate my eye, pun intended with the dragging it out, and we're gonna blend it up. And after we have that blended up, I'm going to take a pale shade to do my brow bone. This way the brow bone stands out. And then I'm going in with a deep brow just to add dimension and to blend into the medium brown that we just laid down. We want to give our eyes shape, we want to give our eyes dimension, we want to blend everything together, make everything seamless. And then I'm going to take this dazzle stick that I got from Kat Von D Beauty, or KVD Beauty as it is now called, and I'm going to apply this and make a cut crease with it. The show that I am doing for this night was a casino theme, so I'm using the Kat Von D dazzle stick and a metallic eyeshadow to give kind of a gold but with a green reflect type of eyelid to represent money and casinos. And then now I am going to outline the shape of my wing liner that I like. I like to elongate it when I'm in drag just to pull the face up more, make sure everything looks a little bit more snatched than usual. After I draw the shape that I want, I just go in and I fill in everything, making sure that I have the shape that I want. It does not have to be perfect because we will be putting on false lashes. So that's why I kind of take my time with it, but I don't really, sit there and make sure everything is extremely perfect. And then I'm taking a black eyeshadow with a green reflect in it to set the eyeliner that we just did, make sure that it's like as dark as it can be. And then I like to blend it into my crease. And after the makeup is set and blended in, I'm taking a mascara to obviously make my lashes black, because we want to, with the false lashes, as long as our eyelashes are black, they will blend in better. And then I'm taking a deep emerald shimmer eyeshadow and lining the bottom of my eyelid. You guys know I enjoy greens, and with a casino theme, it fits a lot better. Sorry for my lisp, y'all. But next, we are going to dust off all of that cooking powder and any of the eyeshadow that may have fallen out and onto the powder. And then I'm going in with a brow powder just to fill in the brows, because with all that powder that we used, it kind of makes the cream brow look really ashy. So I just like to fill that in, give it a nice color. And then I'm going in with some contouring powder to reinforce the cream contouring that we did. Add that color back into our skin. Making sure that's blended in all the areas that we want to make smaller with the contouring. And I definitely want to make my double chin smaller. So anyway, I'm taking an orangey peachy blush in all the places that I put the cream blush, just to make that pop just like what I did with the contouring powder. And then I'm going to take my kabuki brush, my powder brush, and then dust any excess off. I like to blend everything in with the kabuki brush, make it look way more seamless. And then now I am going to add a shimmer highlight onto all of the high points of my face to bring back some of the moisture and what skin should look like, as opposed to making it look so dusty powdery with all the powders that I used. And then next I am going to line my lips with like a medium brownish shade, creating the lip shape that I want for drag. I tend to overdraw my lips, and the lip liner definitely helps the overdrawn lips look a little bit more natural. And then I like to take like a nude pinky shade of a liquid lipstick and fill in the rest of my lips, and then I'm going to blend that into the lip liner, getting it as close to the edge without going over as I possibly can, making a nice gradient from the lip liner to the center of my lips. And then I am trying to apply this eyelash, but it's really hard to apply eyelashes on camera. I understand why so many people apply it off camera, but essentially just add the glue and stick it on and make sure that it's where you want it placed. So then now I'm going in with a lot of setting spray, because again, I'm gonna be on stage for a good while, and I wanna make sure that everything is set and lasts all night. And lastly, I'm going to use this gloss. I like to use the gloss before I get to the show. This way, by the time I get there, by the time I start performing, the gloss isn't as sticky, hopefully. Normally it's not, because if you have a sticky gloss, then all your hair will get stuck to your lips. But anyway, this is the finished look. I'm very happy with how this turned out. Again, this was a casino themed makeup look, so I wanted everything to be gold and a little bit of green. And this is what I look like at the show. I did this wig myself, as you guys can probably tell. It's not the best, but at least I'm trying, right? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch this. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tip a taco if you can, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Bye.